Welcome to Formula Timeline, the channel where we chronologically document every Formula One race in history, starting from the very beginning. This time we head to the tree-lined roads of the Bremgarten for the 1950 Swiss Grand Prix, a fast, fearsome circuit where Alfa Romeo continued their dominance, but danger was never far behind. From lightning pit stops to brutal crashes, this race had it all, so let's dive in. Before the Swiss Grand Prix became part of the World Championship in 1950, Switzerland was already a key stop on the European racing scene. The Bremgarten circuit had hosted top-level races since 1934, drawing legendary names like Nuvolari and Caracciola to its fast, tree-lined roads. While the country hadn't fielded a major team yet, its Grand Prix was one of the most prestigious pre-war events, and it set the stage perfectly for Switzerland's official debut on the Formula One calendar. As the championship rolled into Switzerland, attention was turning towards Alberto Ascari, Ferrari's bold young talent. After a stunning drive to second place in Monaco, Ascari had proven that the Scarlet car could run with the mighty Alfas. While the Ferraris still lacked their straight-line speed, Ascari's fearless commitment and growing momentum had fans wondering, could this be the race where Ferrari breaks through? Bremgarten's fast, forest-lined circuit would be the ultimate test. The 1950 Swiss Grand Prix took place at the Bremgarten circuit, a truly unforgiving road course set in the stunning countryside just north of Bern. Unlike purpose-built tracks, Bremgarten carved its way through a public park and forest, mixing picturesque scenery with high-speed peril. It was fast, it was narrow, and it was dangerous. The layout measured roughly 7.28 kilometers, running in a clockwise direction in a rough oval shape. Though officially said to have 13 corners, some maps suggest over 25 direction changes. A twisting roller coaster of sweeping bends and tightening kinks with no real straights to catch your breath. The start-finish line sat on a gently curving stretch near the city's main rail line. A sharp, right-handed turn launched cars into the woods onto a jagged, kinked straight that eventually curved towards the River Aire, where two tighter right-handers sent drivers climbing over the soft hills and arcing back downhill towards the city. The circuit's sharpest corner, another right-hander, brought cars back to the pit and over the line to do it all again. There were no runoff areas, just grass, ditches, trees, and lampposts lining the course. The surface itself was inconsistent, with patches of changing grip, particularly treacherous in the damp. Bremgarten demanded not just speed, but supreme focus, precision, and a fearless right foot. One mistake here could end your race, or worse. Qualifying in Switzerland made one thing clear. Alfa Romeo was still untouchable over a single lap. Juan Manuel Fangio blitzed the forest roads with a time of 2 minutes 42.1 seconds, securing pole position with clinical precision. Here's how everyone else stacked up after qualifying. Nino Farina was just behind Fangio, clocking in at 2 minutes 42.8 seconds, putting the Alfa duo firmly on the front row and well ahead of their teammate Luigi Fagioli. Ferrari's best hope came from Luigi Villoresi and Alberto Ascari, who locked out the second row on the 3-2-3 grid formation, a style that added extra drama at the start. Villoresi's 2 minutes 46.1 just edged Ascari's 2 minutes 46.8, but they were still nearly 5 seconds adrift from the front. Further down the field, Philippe Etienne-Salin led the Talbot Logo charge, qualifying 6th with a 2 minutes 51.1, followed by a trio of French drivers in Talbots and Maseratis. Prince Beerus slotted into 8th, while Louis Rosier, Eugene Martin, and Gerard Caventos filled out the top 10. But not everyone made the cut. Peter Whitehead, Franco Roll, Rudge Parnell, a local entrant, Rudy Fischer, all failed to qualify for the grid. The grid was lined up on the tarmac of the Bremgarten, engines rumbling beneath the Swiss skies. Drivers tightened their grip, eyes fixed ahead, and nerves sharpened. The 1950 Swiss Grand Prix was about to begin, and what followed would be a true test of skill, nerve, and survival. Lap 1. As the flag dropped, Ferrari's Alberto Ascari made an aggressive start and managed to mix it with the front-running Alfa Romeos. For a brief moment, it looked like the red cars might challenge the unstoppable Alfas, but the moment didn't last. Ascari quickly slipped back, unable to maintain the Alfa pace on the twisting Bremgarten roads. Fangio took an early lead, with Farina and Fagioli close behind. Laps 2 to 4. With Ascari fading and the rest of the grid unable to match the Alfa speed, it became a familiar sight. Fangio, Farina and Fagioli pulling away in formation. Behind them, Villoresi tried to hold on for Ferrari, while Prince Bira quietly climbed into the top 5 for Maserati. Laps 4 to 9. The Ferrari challenge unraveled as Luigi Villoresi and Alberto Ascari both retired with mechanical issues. Their exits cleared the way for Prince Bira to inherit 4th place as Alfa continued to dominate up front. Laps 16 to 18. As the leaders began preparing for their refueling stops, Farina gained an edge. He rejoined the race ahead of Fangio thanks to a faster pit stop, swinging the lead in his favour. Fagioli, unable to match their pace or pit strategy, began to lose ground. Lap 19. Tragedy struck on lap 19. Factory Talbot Lago driver Eugene Martin lost control and was thrown from his car in a violent crash. He suffered multiple leg fractures, an injury that would end his Formula One career. It was a sobering moment in an already dangerous race, highlighting just how brutal F1 and the Bremgarten could be. Laps 20 to 25. Prince Bira was still running 4th but had to make a stop for fuel. This allowed Philippe Etancelin, the experienced French privateer in the Talbot Lago, to move into 4th. For a moment, it looked like Etancelin might deliver a strong result for the underdogs. Laps 26 to 30. Etancelin's run came to an end when gearbox trouble forced him to retire. With Bira falling back and Etancelin out, Talbot Lago's Louis Rosier quietly moved up to 4th place, staying consistent and avoiding the chaos around him. Lap 32. The drama at the front took a major turn when Juan Manuel Fangio suffered electrical failure, retiring from 3rd place. This promoted Rosier to the final podium position behind the 2 remaining Alfas. Fangio's retirement would prove costly in the championship race. Laps 34 to 42. With Fangio gone and Fagioli too far back to challenge, Nino Farina controlled the closing laps with precision. He took the checkered flag to become the first driver to win multiple World Championship Grand Prix, and in Switzerland to his earlier victory at Silverstone. The podium looked like this. Nino Farina. 2nd place again for Luigi Fagioli, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. And Louis Rosier takes 3rd. Here's how the finishers looked after a car-punishing 42 laps. Just missing out on points was the home hero of Grafenried, finishing a very respectable P6. Only 11 cars survived the Bremgarten that day. After 4 rounds of the 1950 season, the championship table is starting to take shape, and it's looking a very Alfa Romeo shape. Nino Farina leads the pack with 18 points, proving that being fast and fashionable is a winning combo. Luigi Fagioli isn't far behind with 12, whilst Fangio sits on 9 after a DNF in Switzerland, proving even legends have off days. Meanwhile, Johnny Parsons is holding it down for the Americans with his Indy 500 win, and Ascari is dragging Ferrari into contention with 6 points. With only the best 4 results counting, there's still everything to race for, unless you're driving a Talbot, in which case, maybe just enjoy the scenery. So the 1950 Swiss Grand Prix gave us drama, domination and a dash of deja vu, as Alfa Romeo once again steamrolled the field, with Farina added another shiny 9 points to his tally. Fagioli followed close behind while the rest of the grid scrambled for whatever points were left. But don't get too comfy, because next we're heading to the fast, fearsome forests of Spa-Francorchamps for the 1950 Belgian Grand Prix. Expect long straights, unpredictable weather, and brakes begging for mercy. Will Fangio bounce back? Can Ferrari finally stop overheating and start overtaking? Subscribe and buckle up, because Spa is where legends either fly or spin into a ditch. See you next time on Formula Timeline.